I'm travelling to London to interview a friend and colleague of mine, Lucy Cates. Together, we hope to shed some light on the ugly truth behind the fashion industry. Within this interview, we hope to touch on just some of the issues that those within the fashion industry must endure on a day-to-day basis.
My name is Lucy Cates. I'm a model, actress, dancer, writer. Apart from sort of work-wise, I'm an animal rights activist. I would go as far as to say is that I'm a feminist, and also I'm an activist for political change. I would say the difference for me that I guess would make me stand out from other models is that I actually think. I think about what I'm doing. I think about other people, and I think with other models, what they don't do is they don't necessarily have a voice. I think they're afraid to speak out. They're afraid to jeopardise their careers. They're afraid to be, the minority. They don't will necessarily be ostracised from what's going on in the situation. So I think that's sort of like the problem. If models were voicing their opinions and if they were feeling comfortable, if they were unhappy, if those opinions were being voiced, then I think that would therefore facilitate some change. With my work, I think it's difficult in the sense of what I'm doing. So sometimes I get asked to wear things like fur, leather, other animal products, things like that. And they don't really like you saying like you're not happy with wearing it because you're just there to do the job, and if you're not doing the job that makes you unprofessional, despite you having beliefs or values or sort of like if you have like an ethical mind of what you want the world to be, they don't really like have any allowances for that. In regards to like the products that they use, so obviously with like makeup, the animal ingredients, testing on animals, with the hair work that I do, there's issues there. So it's one of those things, and it's like people in the industry don't really care. They just care about the job and what looks beautiful, what looks fashionable. For them, that really isn't the issue. As long as they're getting the images of these pretty girls, whatever, they don't really care about those issues. I mean, I do meet a few people who are more aware of it. Like there's some makeup artists that I work with which work with makeup products which don't test on animals, don't have any animal ingredients in. And I think I hope that I've inspired some makeup artists, because a few that I've worked with like repeatedly have come back to me and said, we understand what your point is. We're actually trying to use like products which don't test on animals and have animal products in, and things like that. In regards to being vegan and working, the food issue is a big issue. Just working on set, as me and Charlotte was talking about earlier on actually, even just getting normal, adequate food and water throughout the day is an issue. So if you're vegan or if you're vegetarian or if you have any other dietary requirements, you pretty much, I've gone days without food just because, I have they have like, we've only got meat, we've only got cheese. So then obviously I'm not going to sacrifice like my views and my beliefs just for the sake of it. So I just go hungry, I just go the day without eating, which obviously, they're not really putting into allowance that some people, are vegan, vegetarian, they are, some people are lactose intolerant, that sort of thing, so they're not really being very accommodating for that. I think, like, initially, it's one of those things, like, people always, they sort of construct this obstacle for you, like, they're like, you're not going to get anywhere in the industry, you've got tattoos, you're an alternative model, you can't, you can't really go anywhere, you're very limited to what you can do. But so far, I have been quite successful, I have done what I've done, and I think that's more of like a mindset thing. I understand, like, so I've gone to like castings before and there's been like all Storm girls there, and like I take off my coat and obviously you can see my tattoos and everyone's like looking at me like, who's this girl with the tattoos? Like, she shouldn't be here. Even a casting I went to the other day, like Elizabeth Arden, I think, and consequently, it was like the wrong place. I had to go next door. I went in and took off my jacket and everyone was looking at me, whispering about me, and I was like, Jesus, I'm a woman with tattoos. It's not that much of a big deal. I think for me, what the most important thing is like meeting people who are like very similar minded and, people I can actually really connect to. That's like the most important thing. So any job that I do that leads me to that element of like realness, because on shoots and sets people don't talk. Models spend like 10 hours a day sometimes with each other and they don't talk there, or if they do talk, it's sort of like small talk, chit chat, that sort of thing. It's not like proper conversation. So people again they feel really suppressed in the job that they do, and they can't talk out. So it's those moments when I can talk to people and I can connect to people. There's loads. I mean, it's like every day. I've been told that I need Botox. I've been told that I need to lose weight. I've been told I need to put on weight. Don't like this about you. Just criticising like who I am. Sort of people or clients asking me to work for free, exploiting like the situation. What I find, especially from like men as well, sort of like the aggression and like they talk down to you like you're just a woman, you're worthless, that sort of thing. You're a model as well, so that's like woman and model is like a multiplier ×2 of like the disrespect that they have on you. My bad experience, but yeah, I've had situations where I felt very, very uncomfortable. Like clients and people that I'm working with laughing about girls who are suffering from mental illness, girls who are anorexic, girls that are, you know, very young girls, like 16, 17 years old. You know, they've just come into this industry and they don't really know what's going on. There's no guidance, there's no support. They just, you know, it's incredibly tough and it's like incredibly brutal. And I mean, I guess I'm lucky that I am who I am and I can handle it and to an extent. But I think that's why I want to be in it, so I can help other models, and like I try and listen to other models, and it's easy to pass judgment, and I think people need to be more understanding, more patient, and you know, not to just judge people all the time. I think we should all be nice and listen to each other and respect each other.